So today I'm gonna start making videos about history and culture of Ukraine. So starting with Ukraine. Ukraine is a country in the center of Europe, and its area is 603 kilometers, 603.6 kilometers squares, and its population is more than 45 millions. So that's Ukraine in general. And about Ternopil, I'm gonna start with Ternopil city. It's a city located in the west of Ukraine, and its population is 220,000, and it was built in 1000. It was established in 1540. So as a city in Europe, it has a center, because every city in Europe has its own center. So this is the center of Ternopil. This is the theater. There is everything. And about this theater is was built in 1957 to make the carnival festivals and everything in here, because every celebration is almost here. Almost every celebration they celebrate it in here, in the center of Ternopil. And here's the city. I was asked to first talk about racism for my friend Akib. So racism is not against, like, those people are not Ukraine. Racism in Ukraine is almost vanished, because I haven't seen any racism since I came. I came in 2017 in December, on the 4th of December in 2017, and I haven't met almost, like, only one racist, and I will tell about it later. Anyway, Ukrainians are not racist against religion or anything. Actually, they are just racist against usually Arabs, because they come here, like most of Arabs, they come here and go to bars or discos and take girls from there. That's why Ukrainians are racist against them. They are not racist usually against, for example, European people. They are not racist against Muslims. They are not racist against Jews or Christians. They are just racist against, like, black people or foreigners in general, who are not, especially those who are not Europeans. They respect European people, but they don't respect, for example, Asians. That was in the past. Like, there is no racism anymore right now. That was in the past. In the past, they were racist against Asians, they were racist against Africans, they were racist against Arabs, because they believe that when we come here, we take their women, we take their resources, we take everything from them, and that was stupid. But there is no racism anymore. For example, and about racism, like, I remember that someone has told me that 5 years ago there were bands and gangs that were beating foreigners who have Ukrainian girls, especially Arabs, because Arabs had the most. Anyway, I remember a girl that she told me that she was beaten here because in the center, and even in the eyes of police, because she were walking with an Arabic guy, and they told her that she is not in Ukraine because she was walking with an Arab guy. And another girl, she was told she was beaten beside a disco. I'll show you later that disco, that nightclub. And they were told her that she is not Ukrainian also. She was stabbed, actually, not just beaten, she was stabbed with a knife, because she was walking with an Arab guy. So this is stupid, actually, but that was barely 5 years ago. There's nothing like that happens in here anymore. Anyway, racism was because of, first of all, jealousy. Ukrainian guys were jealous of, like, Arabian guys having, for example, cars, women's. They can't really dream of, like, I mean, the Asian Arabs, those guys like in Iraq, from Saudi Arabia, from Emirates, they were coming here and going to nightclubs and getting drunk and stuff like that. I remember an Ukrainian guy who have told me that Ukrainian guys were jealous of each other. Like they were jealous from each other. And when they go to nightclubs and they get drunk, they beat each other. So if you are going to act like Ukrainian guy, then get beaten like an Ukrainian guy. If you are going to with your car and try to show off Ukrainian guy, because we Ukrainian guys, when we do that, we get beaten. So it's normal. It's not actually like, doesn't really sound like a racist. It's just against people who show off, because Ukrainians have had so many problems in starvation like 100 years ago because of Russia, because of Soviet Union, USSR. But right now Ukraine is getting better, because like at that time they were starved to death because the resources were being taken away from them, which is not really fair at all. So this is racism. It was just like jealousy, but not anymore. And Ukraine was a closed country because of the USSR, actually, because when Russia was conquering Ukraine, it closed almost everything. It closed schools, closed churches. For example, this is a mall. This is a little mall, small mall. In that place there was a church. It was built in 1908 and it was destroyed by the the USSR in 1954. I hope that I pronounced the dates right. So like Ukrainians didn't really have much, because everything was taken from them. That's why they were being racist. That's why they were being aggressive, because they were angry. But right now everything is changing. I have a Korean friend, who have told me that, like, that was in last October. He told me that he saw something that's new for him. He saw a tour guide with foreigners walking around and speaking in English. That was new. He was happy, but that was new for him, because he haven't seen much English people. For me, when I came here, like, I spent a whole year trying to speak with people in English and nobody really helped me, and I had to translate every single word to try to communicate with people, because I didn't really know Ukrainian at all. And I have struggled a lot because people didn't really know English. But right now, when I have finally started speaking English, I have seen so many people who haven't really spoken with me in English are trying to speak with me in English. I try to speak with them in Ukrainian and they speak with me in English. They talk to me in English. They reply in English. That's good. That's change. Ukraine is changing with time. There is no much racism anymore. There is no racism anymore. Like, I haven't really seen or heard of someone getting beaten. Barely in discos, just like some guys get drunk and they beat each other, but that's in discos and nightclubs. But I mean like normal people, kind people, polite people, good people who don't go to nightclubs. They don't fall in troubles at all. And Ukrainian people are really friendly. And if you want to find some real Ukrainian people, then you have to go to the villages. Those people who are in the villages are the kindest and most polite people I have ever seen in my whole life. They are good people. Real Ukrainian people are very good people. They are not like what they are not really racist or anything. They are just kind people. The problems were at center where people walk around drunk and stuff like that and showing off. But if you're gonna live here like a normal person, walk around, go to your work, go to your university, being polite, being a good person, nobody's gonna touch you or even gonna bother you. That's the whole problem. No, their whole problem is that some people were coming and showing off. Ukraine is not really racist at all. Ukraine is a good country. It was just like being closed down because of Russia, but right now it's being opened up to everybody and everyone. So many people are coming to Ukraine, so many people are leaving. Americans, Polish, and Germans, everybody. It's becoming a better country right now. And it's becoming more peaceful country with time. Ukraine is actually a peaceful country. The problem was with the Soviet Union. But after this Soviet Union, at 1991, September, August, like when it was separated, when Ukraine was separated from the Soviet Union, it started changing and becoming a better country, like less aggressive, less racist. Everything is becoming better, and I really like Ukraine. It's an interesting country. There is no really racism at all. I have only met, to be honest, I have only met one racist. He told me, go back to your country, and what are you doing here? This is not your country. We are different. We are not like you are African, I'm a European, and stupid things like that. I told him that I came here with my papers, with my documents. I am legally here, and I'm a human on this planet. Whether you like it or not, I'm a human on this planet. And it was in the gym, at the gym. Sport club, anyway. So when I went home, even while I was walking, I was a little bit sad. I found out that the coach was trying to call me and trying to apologize. I didn't really understand him. It was a year ago, I didn't really understand Ukrainian. So he said, okay, wait. And he made two other guys call me and tell me that the coach is apologizing for that person, and he told me that if that person annoyed me again, he's gonna kick him. So yes, an Ukrainian guy was being racist against me, and it was only one person, and everyone at the gym has defended me. So Ukrainians are not really aggressive at all. They are kind. And anyway, every single country in this world has its own racism. But for me, I don't really think Ukraine is racist at all. Ukraine is peaceful. Ukrainian people are peaceful. So that's all. See you next time.